the Dram Diaries. We're doing a barrel proof throwdown.
All right. So, we only got 4 glasses. Man, I want to say thanks to Shay, you sweet little man. He's the one who turned me on to these Kentucky Bourbon Trail glasses for like higher proof bourbon. So I bought a set of 4. Yeah, it's the way to go. It's way better than a Glencairn, I think. So, anyways, so you probably saw the video. E.H. Taylor, this is the 2025 Batch 14 Stag 25A in this Old Forester barrel proof. This one won it for me. This came in second, that came in third, but it's been a little bit, you can tell, right, since these have been open. And I feel like, right, didn't this Old Forester, what did you think of it as it started getting like lower to here? It kind of started falling off for me. Yeah, me too. Yeah. It did. But the Stag was getting better.
It's getting better.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I decided to throw this in because someone on the comments, you said you did get this exact bottle and you had a Jack Daniel's barrel proof that you thought was better, or not better, but like similar. And it's, you know, it's about $20 a bottle less. So a little disappointed. So this is, I will say, this one is not the regular bottling. This one, it came out of a mini barrel. So it's around 145 proof. So I feel like it's going to stand out. But why not? Why not see how good? So, but it was a third fill. So the first thing I put in that mini barrel, do you remember that 5-year-old corn whiskey that was finished in tequila barriques from Scotch Malt Whiskey Society?
Oh, yes, I loved that.
So
that
I put
yummy.
that in a mini barrel.
Right,
Still got some right
that.
there. After I emptied it, I put a blend of like 4 different American single malts that I had left over into the mini barrel. Came out killer. Emptied that, and then I put the rest of this bottle of Jack Daniel's, which was maybe about here, into it. And this thing started life at 133.1 proof. So it's kind of like a finished, I guess, and higher proof. I don't know how well it's going to do. But so here we go. We're going to start with these. Let's just go for it.
Okay.
I'm going to start at this end, and you want to start at that end, and tell you what we get.
Oh my gosh.
Just sweetness. You know, this is a little light actually on the nose. And of course, the nose is not as concentrated on these glasses compared to a Glencairn, but I feel like you can get the flavor better.
Yeah. Are we nosing all of them and then
I'm just going to start sipping.
Okay, I was going to do the same thing then.
Yeah. Ooh. That's like sweet caramel apple, cinnamon. It tastes light. I know these things are barrel proof. That does not taste that high of proof.
This is yummy. This is kind of like kettle corn with cinnamon sprinkled on top. It's pretty yummy. It's not super rich, but it's very, very enjoyable. I think I know which one it is actually.
I'm just gonna say I love each one of these bottles. Like these are all good.
I like this.
Yeah.
I wish.
Well, that's surprising. You like
what?
One of these? Okay.
That's just.
Oh man! So the nose on this, whatever it is much more punchy than.
Oh wow.
This, I say punchy. It's just more intense, sweeter.
So it has.
I notice with these glasses, I can't pick out as many notes on the nose. But I mean, obviously my nose is kind of jacked up, but
has spice on the nose, but it almost smells like wet grass for some reason.
Really?
I don't know.
Interesting.
That's
Okay.
so weird. Okay.
Ooh.
That's so bizarre. Okay.
This one drinks with much more intensity of flavor of this glass. There's just like an overall sweetness with some oaky spice. And there's it's interesting.
Yeah.
There's something else happening. I wonder if that's the Jack Daniels that I barrel proofed.
This one for me had,
Or
even on the
double
palate, like kind of a wet grass. Like you can taste the spice, but there was still like a wet grass or something.
Okay, I'm getting more fruit on the nose on
know.
this one now.
Yeah.
I think I just need to bare my nose in there. I feel like I'm getting cherry on the nose on this thing.
Okay, this is like a lot of like.
There's some decent barrel char. Some cinnamon.
Ooh, hello.
Yeah.
I think I know which one is
I have a feeling I know which
the one that was
is.
in the mini barrel.
Yeah.
This one's
it's
punchy.
Just like,
Yeah, that is very punchy. Super yummy. Okay.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
This one has more barrel char and stuff on it.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm getting, dare I say, apricot.
Oh my.
Here you go.
Thank you, love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
It's just sweet. I don't know.
Oh, that's very light. This one's very light in comparison to the ones I just had.
Mm-hmm. This one,
Yummy.
lots of cinnamon. This one seems to taste maybe a little younger or
Which
higher
one are
proof.
you on? Oh, okay. Yeah. That
And
one
it's
is
tasty,
really
though.
tasty. It's just it is really, really light or just
Really light?
Like really
Wow. Not for me, man. It's
Really?
It's punching heavier than this one.
Yeah. That one, yeah.
This has, okay, on the finish of this one, I'm getting some type of like oaky barrel bitterness.
Mm-hmm.
Not like too much, but it's like just an extra note.
For me, this goes 1, 2, 3, 4.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to pause this and go through this one more time.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Well, okay, what was your last place?
That one.
Okay. Stag.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
Put that stag right there, girl.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so it was cool. Yeah, I'm a dork. I see a little foil thing. I think it's cool. This one, this was my last place.
Okay.
E.H. Taylor. The reason why is, I mean, they're both good, but for some reason in this lineup, and this thing has been changing as it's been open, it just hits the finishes better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This thing drinks like it's 110 proof. Like there's not much burn. What was your second place? This, or no, I'm sorry, your third place. I'm sorry.
Third was actually this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was my third.
Okay.
So our third and fourth just swapped.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was your first?
This was my first.
Okay. And honestly, for me, these two are a tie. It's just different. Well,
they're both excellent.
I'll just say I'll put this one first. Actually, you know.
Yeah, I did put this one first too. I really liked it.
Yeah, I wondered. Okay, this has to be the Jack Daniels.
It's just so punchy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. This is that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, those mini rolls rock.
They do. You know what's going to be cool? I have another bottle of this. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put the full bottle into a mini barrel. I'm going to put this into a mini barrel and this into a mini barrel.
Yummy.
Yeah. And do you think I'm crazy for putting this, and this into a full-size mini barrel? Okay. All right. Till next time.
It's not like it was completely meh. It just...
For me, it's soft. It tastes
soft.
Like a soft, gentle lady compared to the rest of these.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
If soft, gentle ladies had a taste, it would be Colonel E.H. Taylor. The first and only, it says on the back. Soft, gentle lady.
Gentle lady.
I've never actually read the back of this bottle. Edmund Haynes Taylor Jr. Okay, born in blah, blah, blah. His great uncle, Zachary Taylor. I'm not going to read it right now. I will later. Anyways,
yeah.
He's like, you can buy a full case of those. I'm like, I would like to, but I don't think my wife would be happy. He's like,
she would not.
You can find a way to talk her into it. I'm like, no. It's
You
when I
could
bought that
not,
Elijah Craig. I'm like, she likes rye. I'm going to get this for her. I know she's going to like this.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah.
You're so sweet.
Well, I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. Oh my gosh, I love that Elijah rye. Like their regular bar didn't have like anything special, but then when we when I went to go use the restroom, and it had like the other part of the restaurant, and the other part of the restaurant was all dark. They weren't seating anyone in there for lunch, and it had that cabinet with all the other.
Yeah. You came back and you're like, did you see this? You need to go to the bathroom. I'm like,
yeah.
No, I don't. I just,
go potty right
I just
now.
did.
Go potty.
Yeah. Like, okay. Remember, they had 3 bottles of Russell's 13-year unopened. Yeah. I'm like, I hate you. Yeah. But I was like, I have to try this. This is when Russell's 13 just came out.
Yeah.
Whenever that was, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It was like 30. Was it $30 for a pour?
Yeah, it was.
I was like,
we still had to try it.
I'm like, gotta do it. This at like the restaurants here on the coast. A pour of this is like $60. That's insane.
That's so insane.
I paid $20 more for a whole bottle. It's like, what the heck?
It's really stupid.
And it's not. I'm sorry. For what it is,
right?
It should cost maybe $15 for a 2-ounce pour. Like,
absolutely,
for the experience. I understand you're paying for this. Comes out once a year, I think, and all that stuff. But whatever. Mm-hmm. How much is rarity actually worth when you don't know it's rare? If you didn't know it was rare,
right?
Think about this. Think about the old Rit 10-year.
Oh,
it's good.
It's good.
But like, thanks to Kyle, we got this. But like, honestly, you look online, I think it's still like an $800-900 bottle.
So crazy.
Like, is it that good? Really?
No. No, I'm sorry, but there is not. But
it doesn't taste. Go ahead.
In my, like, to explain my side of things, I'm miserly. So to me, there is no alcohol, no bottle of alcohol is worth $800 or $900 of.
Yes, sir. Oh, no. Don't look in my bunker. Then I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Every time we pick the Stag 22A that I double oaked over this George T. Stag, and this is a no joke. This is a 138.7 proof. Like it's I don't know 20, 21. Anyways, regardless.
Yeah.